What if I told you the biggest political fight in East Africa wasn't about votes, but about a trap? This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover how a Ugandan pop star turned politician faced an impossible choice and what it reveals about power across our region. Meet Bobi Wine, real name Robert Kyagulanyi, a music superstar who dared to challenge a president who has been in power for nearly 40 years. But here's the twist. The real battle wasn't on election day. It was rigged long before. For 5 years, these two men faced off in Uganda's political ring. One had run elections 6 times, the other only once, yet nothing changed. The incumbent used the full might of the state, financial resources, propaganda institutions, security forces, all to create a field where his opponent had no chance. The opposition was blocked from building party structures. They were blocked from accessing radio stations upcountry. They were blocked from raising money and registering members. While opponents claim votes are stolen on polling day, these obstacles give the president a crushing advantage long before. So the dilemma is massive. Should you participate in an unfree and unfair process where you are certain to lose? By participating, you legitimize a sham election, but you get a chance to traverse the country. You can present your grievances and ideas on the national agenda, even with limits. Or should you boycott the entire process to deny it legitimacy? That means you lose the opportunity to make yourself heard by the people. It's a lose-lose scenario engineered by power. And here's what nobody's talking about. This isn't just about Uganda. This is a playbook. A veteran political analyst, Andrew MWENDA, drove across Uganda before the election. From Kabale to Rukungiri, Bushenyi, Kaseese, Fort Portal, Kyenjojo, Mubende, Mityana and Kampala. He was joined by professors from New York University and Bremen University. They drove through Kayunga to Jinya, Iganga, Busia, Tororo, Mbale, Soroti, Lira, Gulu, Pakwach, Masindi, Hoima, Kagadi, and back to Fort Portal. They talked to ordinary citizens, campaign agents, security officials, and religious leaders. People from all walks of life, to get a feel of what was happening. And the feeling was one of a foregone conclusion. The system was designed not for competition, but for control. The opposition is presented with a dilemma so big, there is no right answer. Participate and lose, boycott and disappear. This is the political obituary of a challenge, not necessarily of a man, but of the idea of a fair fight. And then something shocking becomes clear. When you complain the votes are stolen on polling day, it sounds as if the rest of the campaign was free and fair. But it never was. The game was fixed from the start. The implications are huge for democracy in East Africa. If you can't build a party, if you can't access media, if you can't raise funds, what choice do you have? Some say participation keeps hope alive. Others say it just props up a broken system. The controversy is raw. The tension is real. But here's the part that will blow your mind. This analysis comes not from a bitter opponent, but from someone trying to travel light on emotional baggage. The writer's strategy was to suspend judgment to gain understanding. To first understand, then analyze. Not to advocate or condemn, yet the picture painted is undeniable. A political ring where the rules are written by one fighter for the other to lose. So what does this mean for Kenya and our region? It's a warning. A lesson in how power consolidates itself not in a day, but over years, by controlling the field long before the match begins. The payoff is a simple, brutal question. When the game is rigged before it starts, is playing it brave or foolish? Do you participate to be heard, or boycott to take a stand? Drop your take in the comments. Do you think opposition parties in such systems should boycott or participate? Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more deep dives into the stories shaping our region.